Ba-ba-ba-ba. Check, check, microphone. A check, a 1, 2 microphone. Yep. Hello, world. How you doing today, world? Oh, it's perfect. I'm here to play some folk songs for y'alls. Hope you dig it. Trying to memorize all the lyrics. Normally that happens pretty quick because you play a show. It's like a big life event. You remember it. You remember the words. But writing all these songs from home and just playing them like this, I'm always looking at the lyrics and I'm never memorizing the words. So I've been trying to. I'm gonna try to play the ones that I have. Isn't that exciting? Grand old world. First song's called World War III. Seems like it's fast approaching. On fire, helicopters were going around looking for something important, looking for something I had. I ran down the street then, yeah, I ran as fast as fast. I stopped to catch my breath at last when someone there approached me. Someone there approached. They told me that they heard a rumor. Someone said I was a boomer. I said I don't know what you're talking about, and I threw my belongings away. They said, what a boomer thing to say. I ran till I come to water. I hitched a ride on a ferry. Looking around, I saw people in places, all of them hiding their faces, all of them hid their face. I stopped to ask one a question, half finished when they replied, sorry, I'm not that kind of guy to answer to some type of stranger, to answer to some type of stranger. So I leave the ferry and I meet a strange looking man. Has orange hair and he has an orange face, and he says he has some type of plan, babe. Says he has some type of plan. I ask him what his plan is. I ask him to please end the war. Says if I I did that, I'd be out of a job. And he hands me a $1 bill. Chris says one day his face will be on this instead of whoever this is. Alright, thanks so much. Any questions about the song? Comments? Questions? Comments? I should take a 5-minute pause between each song, hold my coffee, and ask if there's any questions or comments. I'll give it 10 more seconds for this beautiful questions and comments flowing in from the world. I will say one tidbit fact about the song that I just sang. There's this part about me coming to this boat and everyone has their faces covered. And I wrote those lyrics just because I thought it sounded good. And it's kind of funny because, 3 weeks later, we all have masks on. It was like a premonition. Next song I'm going to do is about voting. This was one of the earlier tunes I wrote. It's called Talkin' Votin'. And oh yeah, that hits the spot right there. Working on bending reeds, it's really fun. Probably sounds super annoying. I went down to the voting hole. Oh, whoops, sorry. I went down to the voting poll and I got into a voting hole. A big old line of older folks. When I finally got my paper, my pencil broke. There was no sharpener around. They said time's up. I had to go back to the end of the line. When I get back to the front again, they hand me some ink and a fountain pen. They take me to a room that's painted green, but my pen don't work on the computer screen. They ask me what day it is. I said it's Thursday. They said go back to the end of Monday's line. Come Monday, I went down to the voting poll and I got into a voting hole. A big old line of older folks. I give a yell and I take a poke. It was a police officer. He said no yelling. I said but I've been here for 4 days. He said oh really? Well there's extra voting booths in the next room. I ask him why and he just shrugs. So I give up and I go into the voting booth. I look down at the voting paper. It looks back and says meet your maker. 100 little eyes staring back at me. And of all the questions I understand 3. What's your name? Who do you want for president? And should we legalize marijuana? Well, I got a little overexcited and I just wrote yes, yes, yes. I finished filling in all of those bubbles. The man at the desk says, hey, we got trouble. You went over the line with your pencil here, and well, your signature just says yes. You're gonna have to redo this. But first, you're gonna have to get back to the end of the line. Thank you, thank you. This next tune I'm gonna play is the first song that I wrote about the coronavirus. This was before it hit us, and it didn't seem like it was gonna be a big deal. Hello, Jeremy. But of course the coronavirus ended up being a pretty big deal. But the song was from the perspective of one of the members that was on the cruise ship that got hit really, really hard, called the Diamond Princess. I was sailing on a cruise ship one day. I was sailing on a cruise ship one day. I was sailing on a cruise ship one day, singing hey, 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 hey. Captain started coughing up a storm. Captain started coughing up a storm. Captain started coughing up a storm, 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 singing hey, 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 hey. Coronavirus blowing in my way. Coronavirus blowing in my way. Coronavirus blowing in my way today, singing hey, 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 hey. Quarantine on this ship with the captain. Quarantine on this ship with the captain. Quarantine on this ship with the captain. Quarantine for another day. Over 2,000 dead on the mainland. Over 2,000 dead on the mainland. Over 2,000 dead on the mainland. Singing hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, hey. Never coming back to this cruise ship again. Never coming back to that cruise ship again. Never coming back to this cruise ship again. Now we're singing hey, 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 hey. Thank you. You know what I like best about playing shows from home? I have a table in front of me. It's got all my stuff I need on it. It's great. I got like everything. Coffee, water, everything. I guess that's all I need. A little bit of... There's more on the table. I have marijuana. Yeah, that's right. And I'm pretty sure legally I could just smoke it right now, because I have my card. But I won't put you guys through that. Instead, I'm going to play you another song. I don't know if you've been to the grocery store and seen how, you know, the toilet paper thing. Well, here's a song about toilet paper and how there's no toilet paper. Are you ready? I went down to the the grocery store to get me a snack and a little more. Noticed everybody was running around. The whole store seemed to be upside down. There was no hand sanitizer, no toilet paper. I ask a guy where I can find an answer, and he says aisle 5 if there's any left. Started walking down that aisle 3, feel a sense of panic and misery. I grab a couple of things I don't even need. I notice there's a sale, so I buy 17 tomato sauce jars, canned fruit, bags of flour, plenty of imported Italian pasta left. I went down that aisle too, cause I knew just what to do. Thought I'd grab me a tent and some I grabbed me a tent and some kerosene. I thought I'd go find me a quiet stream. Lay low for a while. Quarantine. Call my job. Tell them I'll be back in 2 weeks. I got out of the grocery store and I went to open the car door. I'd gone in for a little meal, but all they had left was a raw deal. The rich man has all the toilet paper, the poor man has none. They both have coronavirus. Thank you. Sorry I butchered it, but, you know, sometimes you butcher things. That's how we have meat that we eat, and we, you know, in another week, in the streets, I'll have feet. Anywho, that was my poem. Improv, you know. I know it's a bold move to go straight from a song into an improv poem, but bold moves are what I'm all about. If it's not bold, I don't want to do it. If it's already been done, I don't want to do it. If coffee's not involved, I don't want to do it. This song is called Stimulus Check. What you gonna do with your stimulus check? Stimulus check, stimulus check. What you gonna do with your stimulus check? I'll tell you what I'll do with mine. I'm gonna buy me an amplifier, more marijuana so I can get more high. Fix my truck and pay off my debt with my stimulus check. I'm gonna get me a new TV, a bunch of food and a money tree. Get new shoes and a kangaroo with my stimulus check. What you gonna do with your stimulus check? Stimulus check, stimulus check. What you gonna do with your stimulus check? I'll tell you what I'll do with mine. I'm gonna buy me a big old boat, sail the seas, and that's all she wrote. I'm gonna be in a big old boat with my stimulus check. And when I get to the coral reef, I'm gonna have to cut my teeth, become a man of the 7 seas with my stimulus check. What you gonna do with your stimulus check? Stimulus check, stimulus check. What you gonna do with your stimulus check? I'll tell you what I'll do with mine. freaked out and bought a bunch of stuff I don't need, like kidney beans and a book on James Dean. I've got nothing left to pay the bills from my stimulus check. If they ask, it got lost in the mail, thrown out the window and buried in the hail. When it dried out, it was ripped and pale, so I need a second stimulus check. Hope they send another stimulus check. I hope they send another stimulus check. Thank you, that's my song about the stimulus check. Oh, the water splashed right into my eye. Probably gonna save my stimulus check in the bank. Save it. My bank got hacked into. When I woke up this morning, I couldn't use my card. There was some weird $8 thing. It was kind of funny because it was just somebody hacked into all my stuff just so they could steal $8 from me. But it sucked. I had to go to the bank and get a new card. And I had to wait in this super long line in the bank. And man, yeah, don't go to the bank if you don't have to. It is hard. So this is dating back a couple years ago. There was this journalist named Jamal Khashoggi, and he was in Saudi Arabia, and he was trying to get married, but he was a U.S. citizen, and the higher ups kind of hate this journalist because he talked a lot of bad about them, and they said that they had his papers so he could get married, and they got him to the consulate building, and then they killed him. And it was a pretty big deal a couple years ago, but I got this song about it. It's called Khashoggi and the Crown Prince. And I just thought it was really crazy that this prince is getting away with murder almost just out in the open, and it's like still he pretty much just got away with murder. It's crazy. Gather round me, people, a story I will tell of Khashoggi and the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. It was at the consulate building one sunny afternoon, premeditated murder to remove a dissident. They chopped them into pieces, some 15 or so men, an elite Saudi hit team, all good friends with the prince. The CIA assessment showed the evidence. The Crown Prince of Arabia must have ordered it. 7 men convicted, death for 5 of them. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia was not one of those men. Through this world he rambled, he saw lots of funny men. They killed him with a bone knife, saved themselves with Parliament. And it's through your life you travel, and it's through your life you run. If you're invited to the consulate, and you're a journalist with a secret, and they're promising you papers, then proceed with caution. Thank you. Rest in peace, Jamal Khashoggi. I hope that people will know you know how you were wronged. Not to make the guy out to be a saint or something. No one deserves to die by deceit. And, yeah, that's where I stand on that. Next song I'm gonna do for you is called Parsimony. Staring at my open hands while lifting heavy dreams to land, I ran my palms between the sand as fortune teller flyers rattled quietly in the distance. The pelican is off again, his feathers floating in the wind, can offer little sentiment to men who dream only to see the flyer in the distance. In the midnight moon that never fails to sink its tooth into the eye of the beholder, biting hard, releasing soon to leave a sunrise in the distance. It's troublesome, aluminum, it's paper thin, recycling, disposable. Kingdom of the whirlwind is running out of air again, but royalty hath just to breathe its hierarchy to understand the fiction. The parsimony queen is saving up her royalty. You better tell her that she's couth if you want her revenue and not her diction. Luckily the king of luxury is rich, speaks with impertinence. He's separated from the crowd by a fog of great suspicion, but he's in the distance. The pelican is picking up some speed. He beats his wings on the unseen around Namibia. He's looking for a way to save his bloodline. Often lost in thought, I am distraught to know that I am simply bought by the outsiders. For my legs as long as spiders break in due time. For me the reverie I get from sleep cannot be beat by what I see when I'm awake. Throughout the day I keep my eyes peeled on the dream, but it's in the distance. It's troublesome, aluminum, it's paper thin, recycling, disposable. Thank you. That's a song I wrote about 5 years ago and probably memorized the lyrics to about 1 year ago. but it had to happen sometime, huh? Let's see if there's anything else. I think I'll leave you guys with one more. Hope everybody has a good night. And I hope maybe even if it's not gonna annoy any of your neighbors, you could sing along if you want to. The lyrics are very easy. I'm Oscar Shorts. This is We Shall Overcome. Oh yeah, I gotta tune this back up. Anticlimactic. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall all be free. We shall all be free. We shall all be free someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. All righty, thank you. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. I'll do this again soon. If anybody tuned in late, which is really cool, thanks so much for tuning in at all. I'll definitely do this soon and try to give a heads up. I keep doing these like surprise ones, but I should really do a heads up. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks.